Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Last episode, we went to our final gray fragment location, our final optional continent in the game, as well as just the final continent in the game, period, before post-game. Completed all of the stuff there, and that doesn't leave us with very much left to do. However, in this episode, we're going to go through all the things you can do before heading to the final dungeon in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So we're going to start here in Esterd Castle. Now, we're going to come down to the southeast well. There's actually going to be something here in post-game. However, for now, we can go ahead and pick up a single file right there. That is a one-time only item, and yes, I don't really need it. However, when I was checking to see if we could get that thing that was going to be down there, I was not able to. So I found that and was like, okay, we'll just start this video off there. So, what I'm going to be beginning with is we have a few, you actually can't view them here, but we have a few more of those elite monsters that we have not yet defeated. So, I have a few here, just a quick list of the ones we've missed out on. So we're just going to go ahead, go through the ones that we're missing here, starting at the Volgograd region. So this one is right up here. Now, this will be a little bit of a shorter episode just because there's not a ton for us to do, but I do just want to make sure we go over all this stuff that is just out in the world that we haven't actually done yet. There are some things like, I probably won't fight every single monster we have not fought up to this point. I believe this guy is technically new, so we'll go ahead and just deal with him real quick. But there are some monsters we haven't fought. I will save that probably for a post-game episode, but we will see. If we're only missing a few, we might take some time to go do that real quick. So, this elite monster should be just, we can actually fly, because unfortunately the monsters do disappear, but Volgograd's a pretty large area. I believe the elite monster spawns are right over here, or the vicious monster spawns right over here. Yes, it does, right here. Let's go ahead. Ooh, this is definitely a new enemy type. So let's get into the fight. Right here is the Dead Reckoning. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That's fine. I probably would have started with a Bright Splitter anyways. Let's go ahead and follow orders, and let's do it. Let's open with a... How's Kaboom look? Kaboom's not bad. Let's go ahead and do a Kaboomal. And then, with Aisha, we'll go ahead and get our oomphs ready, hitting tails with it.
Never fear.
And then we can use... I don't have too much. We'll Pearly Gates here, just because he gets rid of that guy on the left. And all that's left is the boss enemy here. Looks like Giga Slash is my strongest move here. Let's see how much this does. I'm always going to go to Swords Dance anyways, but only 377. And then, do we have anything he's weak to? I think this is a caster, so I'm actually not surprised. Lightning Storm, he's weak to lightning, so let's go ahead and start caster sugaring. And then with Aisha, does she not have caster sugar? No, I guess that's a sage ability. Let's go ahead and oomph up Sir Mervyn. Sir Mervyn is worked up, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and divide. And then, I don't think I have anything great here, so it's just going to be multi-fists for us. Huge damage still. Insane. Kazing. Okay. Very interesting play there. Oh, boy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to this boss. Yeah. I'm sorry, Vicious Viz Major. Yep. Major? Maybe like a mage? Not sure. And then I guess just because this is the end of it, let's just end it with a Kafrizzle. I don't think this guy survives even a single casting sugar Kafrizzle. He does not. There we go. That is the Dead Reckoning defeated. 6,500 experience. And of course, more importantly, we get the Vis Major Heart. Go ahead and go take a peek at that one real quick. MP consumption for skills is doubled, but you increase your magical might by 50%. Holy. Closser is cool, because we've been using that forever, but I just don't see how this isn't the best thing you could run. The next one is going to be over in the Buckingham region. I believe that one is over here. Which one was Buckingham again? Not you. That's all trades. Right here, Buckingham. Go ahead and zoom to the palace. I actually don't even remember coming to Buckingham. I know we did, because we've came to all of them, but I don't remember it at all. I think these guys are scared of me at this point. Yes, they are. Oh no, Wiggles, get out of here, Wiggles. And right here is our vicious Scarewell. The Soaking Wet Scoundrels. Let's do it. Tails, Giga Slash is my best move here, so let's just go with that. I probably should show off our new weapon we have there for Tails too. If these guys survive, we'll go ahead and show that off. Let's go ahead and cast our Sugar. Ooh, Death Dance. Yep, Death Dance does have a chance to insta-kill. We need to get rid of this as quick as possible. Let's oomph Tails again. We will... Bright Splitter's solid. Pearly Gate. Ooh, Pearly Gates is solid too. Let's do that one. The Snooze. Hits Mervin, dude. But I just want to show this off. Oh, I thought this hits every enemy. Maybe it does the same amount of damage to all enemies in a group. Let me just see. Yeah, it must be does the same amount of damage to all enemies in a group, because typically when you hit it with a whip, it will do decreasing damage from left to right. But I'm guessing that probably just means left to right, it does the same amount of damage. Now, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we're probably not going to be using that anyways. We're probably just going to be sticking with abilities at this stage in the game. So let's go ahead and I would oomph Sir Mervin. I just don't think it's worth it, unfortunately. Let's do an Omni Heal just to keep Sir Mervin up. The good thing is he can still take way more hits than like anyone else on my team. Giga Slash is probably still my best bet. I want to see if Big Banga actually might do an insane amount of damage. Sir Mervin, I really need you to wake up, man, because you're the one with the multi-heals. Amazing. Can we get rid of these octopi, please? No, not quite. We'll go ahead and pass the torch over to Tails. Let him do another Giga Slash. And then our caster sugars are built up. Kaboomel's pretty solid. Let's... Oh, Swooshel's really good, too. Let's just go with a Kaboomel. It guarantees hits all three of them. Yep, there goes one of the octopi. Sir Mervin is still being lazy. There's our Giga Slash. And then Maribel. Frizzle? Really? This could be insane here. Wow, you really use a lot of MP, but hey, 1,000 damage per cast is kind of ridiculous. I think I see what strategy I actually need to go with her then. And that is that I need to... Let's get Oomph back on Tails. I need to make her use the Sage ability immediately. And I also think I take it off during regular fights when we're not fighting bosses. I think that's just when we throw on right at the end. We're about to fight a boss. And then I take it off because otherwise she's going to be using Frizzles at 60 MP on basic enemies. And we're going to run out way before we make it to any boss fights. And there we go. It is the Vicious Well Maker defeated as well. 42 experience, 4,200 experience. Level 47 for Sir Mervin and the Well-Wisher Heart. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. Damage taken reduced by 50% when HP is at 25 or lower. Again, not bad. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to take off Kerplunk and just put that on, but we won't. Now, let me do a quick heal at one of our goddess statues, and we will keep going. The next one is easiest to get to from here at Pilchard Bay. Just going to go ahead and go down to this island that previously didn't have anything on it. Land. I think it's completely uninhabited except... Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Did we arch... Oh, there we go. I was like, this guy should definitely be popping up. Here's our next vicious monster. This is the Vicious Admirer. I believe the entire gimmick here is they're going to be trying to do status effects on us. Big Banga... I think Big Banga is effective against everybody, man. But let's go ahead and just Swords Dance. And I think we might go insane here with Swords Dance oomphs. Hit Tails with it. We will go ahead. The good news is I don't think Caster Sugar counts. So I don't think it uses all the MP. Oh, but I still should. Yeah, I should 100% get the MP regen ability up pretty much immediately. Yeah, there's Sir Mervin enthralled. Good thing enthralling doesn't make him attack us. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. I should get a Sage's Breath going immediately. So that way we restore the MP we lose pretty quickly. Let's just pass the torch over to Tails. And Swords Dance. Fortunately, Sir Mervin is taking a lot of the aggro, which is fine. That's his role, you know. But that is insane how he really isn't doing much. We'll just do a normal attack because he's defending and I don't want... Oh. Huh. So what's about to happen here? I don't really like any of this. Here's the thing, when they defend like this and he's about to boost up, I'm afraid he's going to hit us with just an insane ability here. I don't even know if I risk it. I might just go Kafrizzle right now instead of another Caster Sugar. 432, not nearly enough. Multi-fists with Sir Mervyn. Let's see what he does. A Rock Bomb, that's it. That's your big play. Giga Slash, do I one-shot him? I mean, I guess he technically has stronger stats, but still. Oh, you know what? That Rock Bomb's going to do a ton of damage, because I think it does damage based off its HP. Yeah, that's going to be wild. Let's go with a Pass the Torch back over to Tails. Probably should have oomphed Mervyn there, but that's fine. Let's do another Giga Slash. Sir Mervyn, let's do a... this is dangerous. Multi-Fist the Vicious Admirer. Also, back up again, another Rock Bomb shows up. He just does an attack, which is great. Another Giga Slash. And then, here we go. This is the big one. It's not great. No, it's not great either. Honestly...
This is for you.
That does it. That does it. We get 2848 experience. Wow, Magic Burst is insane. It's not as good as in other games, but it is pretty solid. And we get the Admirer Heart. Go ahead and take a quick look at that. That is, enemies are afflicted with status ailments more easily. Great. Well, we're going to go ahead and zoom again just because I used a Magic Burst. And I'll see you guys at the next vicious enemy. So we're coming to the Hartlepool region. Now, the only thing is, I actually don't know. Those are definitely new enemies right there, but we'll worry about that later. I don't know where the elite enemy here is. I'm going to guess it might be down this. These guys are all mad at me. It is not down here. Very interesting. Okay, let me go up near Sir Maximo. Up near the mini metal place. Man, I should not be on my magic carpet right now. I should definitely be on the Sky Stone. Let me just set that real quick because I turned it off because I thought we were going to be able to see enemies on the magic carpet. We cannot. So let me check. Is it by Sir Maximo? Oh, yes, of course, because this is how we saw it. This is how we knew we still had a vicious enemy missing. It's like right here, right? Yes, it is. Let's do it. This is a vicious goal. Ooh. That's fun. So, obviously, gimmick enemies. The golems typically drop more money. The urns are fake, and the mimic is a mimic. This might be a very difficult fight. Do a Giga Slash, because if the mimic starts getting thwacks off, we could be in a lot of trouble. I want to Chukas Pocus here, but I want to cast her Sugar first. I think we can do some... Gosh, I think we do some crazy stuff with... Jeez, come on, Sir Mervyn. Using Kaboomal, double casting Kaboomal, I think it's going to be really strong. Oh, Tails. You shouldn't have. Let's divide. We might not even have to double cast Kaboomal. Triple Giga Slash. Not enough. Wow. Well, we're going to Chukas Pocus now because we can almost get rid of both the other enemies. So I know it's not perfect, but let's just... Magic Burst again. Let's just do a Kaboomal. I think it'll get rid of the... It does. It gets rid of the Mimic. And then a really solid damage to the boss there, too. We will then pass Torch to Tails.
Over to you.
And then a... Well, that's really strong. I think I'm just going to Swords Dance regardless, but that is pretty strong. Yep, 600 damage. Sir Mervyn still goes for the Golem, which is amazing. Another Swords Dance. Mirabelle. Let's go ahead and take the time to cast her Sugar. And then we're actually almost out of this. We will just Hustle Dance.
Watch me move.
And then, ow. We can Swords Dance again. And I guess just Kafrizzle. I could have passed the torch there. That's fine, though. There we go. This is the Vicious Gold Golem defeated as well. The Nasty Surprises are defeated. 20,000 gold coins, of course. And we get level 7 champion learning Big Banga. And level 47 for Aisha. And we get the Gold Bracer. Wow, I guess it's just a money farm because it's right here by the mini-metal location. So the next one we're going to go to is the Wilted Heart region. I believe that is right over here because it's connected to Emberdale. And I think it's like right here by the ruins. Let's go ahead and head over here first. Yes, it is. Right to my south, we have the Silver Saber Cat. The Cirque de what? I'll have to read that again. Cirque de Toga? But no, they can't attack, which is kind of wild. Nothing's insane here, but Big Banga could be really good. I think we just have to go for Giga Slashes because it's not effective on anybody, but it's not bad. Get my Sage's Breath going so we recover MP. Let's get a Oomph on Tails.
Never fear.
Sir Mervyn is worked up. I'm going to hold off for a second. Let's go ahead and... Pearly Gates isn't great. We get Big Banga. Let's just Bright Splitter. I'm fine with that. Tails Giga Slash again. And here we go. And once we get... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That crit really hurt Aisha, but we should be fine with that. Let's Oomph Sir Mervyn. I know that's a little dumb, but we want him to be able to use his ability there. We will go for... Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Aisha might go down here, but we're going to cast her Sugar. And then Sir Mervyn Divide. Combined with... I just gotta know. Does a combined Big Bang just go nuts? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I think that is only worth using if you have combine or a divide going. That was just unreal. How much damage we did. Cirque de Solong was the name of that. 50-50 experience. And level 49 for Maribel. And we get the Great Sabercat Heart. Go ahead and check that one out. That is increase the power of physical attacks by 30% when at full HP. It's really solid if you get the jump on them. Well, with that, there's only one more to go. It is over at the Roamer Encampment, which I think... Is that technically Mountain Pass? I don't know where it is here, but I believe it's somewhere in here. We have our final little elite enemy here. I think they're all going to run away from me. Not up there. They are all running away from me at this point. I think you're new, but we'll leave you alone for now. We'll hop aboard just so I can avoid going into the encampment there. I guess I'll just keep running till I see it. It is an elite Cure Slime, or a vicious Cure Slime. But I don't even like... There it is. I was like, I don't know where it could spawn. There's our final vicious enemy. A vicious Cure Slime appears. Let's do it. I mean, unfortunately for him, I think... the thing is, I think this Cure Slime might have full heal, which can be a problem if you don't deal with it quick enough, because he's just going to heal off all the damage you do. We're just going to do double caster Sugar, because I haven't used, like, any MP here. So Mervyn... Multi-fists. Tails, another Swords Dance. Dude, he just goes through so much MP with that Swords Dance. Caster Sugar again. And then Oomph Sir Mervyn. I really need Tails to get worked up here. Yeah, that's a problem. Bright Splitter's gonna be solid. Let's do that. And then here we go. Honestly... Do a Kaboomal. I thought about doing a Magic Burst, but this should get rid of the suits of armor. Yes, it does. And then Aisha, we can go ahead and pass the torch over to Tails again.
You're up.
Who can use a Swords Dance. And then this guy should almost be defeated, which is nice. So Mervyn. Do I have anything good here? Pearly Gates isn't bad. Bright Splitter is just the best option here, though. And then Swords Dance to Vicious Cure Slime again. There we go. Vicious Cure Slime is defeated. We get 4176 XP and level 49 for Ruff, as well as the Cure Slime Heart. And as far as I've seen, I've looked across multiple lists. That is every single vicious enemy in the game. We do get the Cure Slime Heart, which increases the effectiveness of healing spells by 50%. Now, let's just take a quick trip back to heal up before we continue. So, we are coming here to the La Bravor region. As you can tell, well, if you've never played a Dragon Quest game, you might not be able to know. But this is Slime Island, meaning if we whistle, and with just a little bit of luck and patience, you can get into a fight with a metal king slime. Let's do it, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and show no mercy, but then I also want to follow orders on Tails, because I think I have a plan here. So what you can do as well, there is, if I go to items, or no, what is it, equipment, you can technically change out a lot of this. You can make it so that way you give him, instead of the fire amulet, for example, you could swap it over to, there's one of these that increases crit rate. But our goal here is really just to kill this metal slime. So the best option, I believe, is actually to use Fatal Flash. Mighty swing is a sword that is sure to score a critical hit. Of course, it is not 100% sure. But there's a high chance it scores a critical hit. We do miss. And of course, the metal king slime flees, unfortunately. They are found here. Now, the place I found it, because I was at this for a while, the place I just found it is the first king slime I found, and it's right up here. So you might notice my levels are a little bit different, and we have a couple things mastered. In my search to find the king slime, we fought a lot of liquid metal slimes. So these are our levels now. On top of that, we mastered hero and champion. For mastering them, I believe we can actually check him, it'll be easier. For mastering champion, we get Blade of Ultimate Power. And for mastering hero, we get Giga Gash. Now, I think if we whistle here again, I believe right here spawns only metal king, or only king slimes. This is something I didn't know, which is why we got into so many fights with regular metal slimes. I do want to go till I get a crit here, just to show off how much XP you get. I have not changed my stats or anything. Let's see, no crits there, unfortunately. Multi-fist is also a really good one, because there's a chance you just hit a ton. Fortunately, we do miss that one. There is one more strategy I will show off if we don't get it here. We're going to see if we do get lucky. Looking like it might not happen. We can go ahead and divide. The reason I'm going to divide here is because a multi-fist divide has a really high chance to get some crits. Fortunately, not a single one. He's still in it, though. Let's see. They're all going to be defaulting. There we go. One is defeated. They're going to be defaulting to multi-hit moves. And for defeating one of them, you get 30,000 experience. If you can optimize that, give your characters crit increases. That is the quickest way to grind levels at this point. You can see we're leveling up basically everybody. However, if you just come right down here, at like right next to the town and whistle, you can start getting liquid metal slimes. I found these much more consistent to kill. We'll actually see if we just get lucky and kill one right here. Because with multi-fists and everything else, they don't have nearly as much HP. You have high crit chances. You can see here, we went that many times before he even got a turn, and we got a kill. And for killing the liquid metal slimes, if you guys remember, we get about 10,000 XP. So for every 3 liquid metal slimes you kill 1 king metal slime. If you get a more efficient way to farm the kings, that's probably the easiest. There are a couple things you can do. We've talked about it before, but the, let me go to my job list. If you get the martial artist, the fact that you get a guaranteed crit, you can combine that with a attack all move, and you can hit every single king slime, especially if you get 3 of them. That is probably the easiest and most efficient way to guarantee it. On top of that, there are other items such as, well, we have one equipped right here, the metal king slime heart. If you guys remember, this increases the encounter rate of metal monsters, just making it a little bit more likely that you'll get into fights with them. I do want to go ahead and change her agility back. Is that my best agility at this point? Actually, might be better. Yes, it is. And then there's one more. I believe is it the regular hammer hood? No, this doesn't do, oh no, that does have a 10% critical chance. So equipping that as well to give yourself just a higher crit chance is also solid. Combine that with something like the multi-fists, and you have a pretty high chance. Now, again, we are a little bit more over-leveled than I'd like to be right now. But honestly, it's not that bad. So with that done, next thing I want to do is I want to go through my defeated monster list. And I just want to go region by region and see if we can take care of all of the remaining enemies we have not fought yet. Let's go ahead and start at the Notagen region and see when we can find what we're missing, shall we? Yeah, if it's not obvious, we've seen this guy a few times. This is the Lazar. Something along those lines. I mean, honestly, at this point, we shouldn't have too many issues. There's our Giga Gash doing 554 damage. It's insane. A Kaboomal. And this actually might kill. Not quite. These are some of the strongest enemies in Dragon Quest games. They just have a huge HP pool and hit really hard, as you saw there. The Draculard. There he goes. He is defeated. Kind of wish there was a elite version of him. That's all 53 for Tails. And that should be it in Notogen. Here in the Volgograd region, we have this enemy right here. This is another new one we have not fought yet. We'll go ahead and just run into the fight here just to actually encounter them. These are the Charmors, higher level versions of the Harmers we've seen before. The Fizzcracker probably gets rid of him. Yeah, it does. That is insane. There we go. That is the Charmers taken care of. And the other one we're missing should actually just be this guy right here. The regular VII Major. I didn't realize they count as two separate entries, but based off what I was seeing there, I went around for a little bit. Couldn't find any other monsters besides these regular VII Majors. So let me see if these do in fact count. No. Wait, where is it? Volgograd? Yes, it does. Okay. For the next one, we're coming over to Hubble. We've actually seen this one quite a few times. I'm just going to go ahead and hop on because it's right over here. Now, your Metal King Slimes can also spawn here, but they don't give any more experience than they do on the Slime Island. However, you just have to deal with enemies like the Draculard, so that's why you probably shouldn't fight them over here. This is another one of the Gargoyle enemies. Of course, we get into a fight with the Draculard as well. It's going to be a little unfortunate because Maribel is getting a little bit low on MP here. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Kaboomal gets rid of our little gargoyle there. Fizzcracker didn't even kill this. That is insane. Fizzcracker is like a magic burst, but doesn't drain your MP completely. There's a Kaswoosh by the Draculard. And there it goes. There's another one of the enemies we are missing defeated. 2025. Look at that. The next one is over here at the All Trades Abbey region. You can actually see one of the ones we're missing right here. He's going to try to run away, but we'll go ahead and hop in the fight with him. This is another one of the troll enemies. Giga Gash, a Boomal, and looks like they are pretty beefy. Probably not nowhere near as much as a Draculard, but there goes the troll enemy. There is still one more here we need to go search for, though, and I believe it's going to be right here. Another type of Harmor. This one is the Barmy Harmor. Barmy means
This is going to hurt.
like, I don't want to say more peasant-esque, but like less wealthy than a regular Harmor, I believe. But there we go. That is all the monsters here in the All Trades Abbey region. So here in the Roamer Encampment region, I actually saw this guy earlier and didn't know he was somebody we hadn't fought yet. Let's go ahead and hop in a fight here. This is a new type of one of those Time Mage guys. We'll go ahead and get a gash here. The Beastly Priest cast Zamel on us. And this should do it. It doesn't get rid of the priest, but that one will. There we go. Enemies are defeated. That is all the enemies here at the Roamers region. Level 52 for Aisha. And one of the last ones we need is actually in the past version of Aeolus Vale. Now, I'm really mad because I thought it counted when we fought the elite version down there. We just got to get rid of one of the scrappers. And I believe we don't even have to get into an actual fight. Yep, there we go. That is the scrapper. So the last few enemies we haven't fought here are actually out in the open sea. We can go over here and head to our view nearby monsters. And there's only 3 of them. An Octophant plus 2 more. Now, the problem is, all these are in the open sea, but it's kind of difficult to figure out which ones exactly I'm missing. So I'm just going to try to guess as we go through here. But I'll get into a couple fights. If we don't find it now, we'll always come back later. But there's not really a good way to do this, so let's just see if we can find any new monsters out here, shall we? Okay, this is one new enemy at least. I actually went to a different region of the ocean just to see. So this is actually over by Hubble. But those are some of the new enemies defeated. We can go check that in our monster manual real quick. Level 54 for Maribel. But if we look, that should be nearby monsters. The Croaked King. We still have 2 more we're missing, so let me see if I can find those. There we go. That is another new one. This is one of those Plesiosaur, the Ceosaur this time. We're only missing 1 more. Ugh. Let's see how easy this is going to be to find. Don't know where we're going to get it. This might be it. I don't know. It's one of the mermen enemy types. But I don't know if that's one we already had. That's level 54 for rough. Let's see. We go to defeated monsters, nearby monsters. Yes, that is all of them. That was the Mermaniac. Meaning up to this point, I have gone through here. And unless I'm just blind or missing one outright, that is every single monster from every single region available in the primary game defeated. We still have the final dungeon. But there's one more thing I want to do before that. Let's go ahead and get a quick heal, and then I'll show it off. So if you remember, here in present-day Buckingham, there is the Buckingham Battle Arena. I didn't really do too much here our first time through. I don't think there was anything to even find, but we did have these battles it wanted us to go through. Now, I was going to hold off until really post-game, but let's go ahead and just do some of these now. First off, we have the Bronze Cup. If we win within 10 turns, we get a Falcon Blade. We're going to go ahead. It's, I believe, only one character, so we'll go ahead and have Tails hop in there. It's not going to take too long, but we might have to change one thing. So let's go ahead and do it. 10 turns. The thing is, you have battles. So I think if I just follow orders, and I think if I just spam swords dances, I don't think there's a way we don't lose. I mean, even these fights are a joke. I mean, I'm going to beat all of these in 3 turns, at least through the medium difficulty, probably. And here we go, the Formidable Finn. Swords dance. Ooh, and the last one missed there. That's fine. Another swords dance. There we go. That is the Formidable Finn defeated. Meaning that is the Bronze Cup done in 4 turns. Next up, we get a Seed of Strength. We also get File of Yggdrasil, Dragon Shield, and a Falcon Blade. Now, I'm going to see if I can do this without using seeds, because I want to do the seeds next episode. We're going to hop into the Silver Cup. We get the Dragon's Bane for 15 turns. Let's do the same thing. Tails, let's hop in here. This combo, by the way, the Hero Champion, is just absolutely ridiculous. You can see we do have to go through 5 enemies this time around, but we have, I think, 15 turns to get the best reward. So, exact same thing here. We're just going to Swords Dance. It restores your MP between fights. Ooh, that is not great. Increases defense as well. Here's the thing. As long as we beat all of them in 2, we still beat it in 10 turns, which is solid. Let's go ahead and do another Swords Dance. When we get a Divide Off, which I'm hoping we get, it's also going to be really good. Maybe I try a Multi-Fist on the next enemy, see if we do get lucky and can hit the Multi-Fist here. You know another thing I could probably do? You remember that ability I have that makes it so we do more damage when we're at full HP? We're quicker than all these enemies, meaning if I throw that on, there's a chance we just, like, one-phase all these guys. We'll try it on the next one. And, of course, we take a little bit of damage there. But Swords Dance again. There we go. And our final one, Ari the Armful. Let's see if we can 2-turn it. The thing is, I think if I had Oomph, I could easily beat this. But the problem is I can't put Oomph on Tails without decreasing my damage by a good amount. One more Swords Dance should finish it off. So I believe that was 11 turns we beat this guy in. Because it was 2 for everybody and then 3 for him. So for that, well, we get the fanfare there. But we also get an achievement that popped up on my other monitor there. We get a Seed of Life. And then for 11 turns, we get Elven Elixir, Mighty Armlet, and a Dragon's Bane. Dragon's Bane is actually usually pretty good because it's good against dragon enemies. I don't think it's as good anymore for us. No, it's not. Nowhere near. Let me see here. I always go first, and that's why I'm doing insane to him, is because of that. But what if I take that off and go for... Where was it? Not that one. It was like one of the recent ones I got. Was it this Well-Wisher? No. Not Scrapper. Oh, this could be really good too. Has maximum HP because we're not taking damage. Am I crazy? I thought I had one that... There we go. There it is. The Great Saber Cat. I want to try that and just see if I can go crazy here. As long as I go first, I'm fine. If I don't go first, I'll just change my equipment mid-battle. Let's do it. We get the Gringham Whip here, which is nowhere near as good as the whip I currently have. Let's do it. Into the Gold Cup battles we go. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies. Let's do it. Why is there a king in this fight? Here we go. Colin just can't quit. Oh, this is the same guy. I get the joke. Swords Dance. Really solid. The thing is, the second I get hit, though, all that's going to go away. There we go. So as soon as I get hit, I think I need to swap it out. We need to do a hot swap here. Hopefully, there we go. That was another easy one. Hopefully they try to go for buffs and debuffs on me. No, he goes first. That's so unfortunate. I can't change my equipment in here. Dang. Okay, Swords Dance. Very unfortunate because we're going to lose a lot of damage here. If only Tails had deflected that. Maybe next fight I go for a multi-heal if I think they're going to go for it. No, I can't afford a multi-heal, man. Swords Dance. Yeah, I mean, if I know they're going to go for a debuff or a buff, maybe I try to squeeze in a multi-heal there. Is the quarterfinals. Holly. Isn't this the... No, that wasn't the name of her. Remore heal makes it so they gradually restore HP. That's fine. Oh, gosh, I missed. I'm glad I killed there. Nigel the Nameless. This was just a boss. Let's see if he's as hard as the boss was. I'm hoping he wasn't. Good block. That's fine. Let's hit all of them here, Tails. No, that's so unfortunate. Another Swords Dance. I think we still get it. I think it was 20 turns this time around. King Buckingham. Let's do it. Swords Dance again. Solid. Could crack. We're fine. We eat that. Oh, I didn't realize I heal between every fight. Oh, interesting. Never mind. This was definitely the move to put this on, but then you would want to swap here, so. He's absolutely furious. Can I please get mine? 5. I'm sorry, Buckingham. You don't deserve this. Oh, well, glad I killed, but he was definitely buffed there and taking less physical damage. There we go. That's also my 1000th battle. I just got an achievement for that, and that is insane. There we go. That is another achievement for winning the Gold Cup as well. And for winning, you get a seat of proficiency. And finally, for 15 turns, we get a Champion's Belt, a Mask of Implaceability, and a Gringham Whip. Now, I can talk about the Gringham Whip, but it's nowhere near as good as the Uber Gringham Whip, so no reason to even use it. The Mask of Implaceability, it's a permanent state of confusion, gives you really high defense or really high attack. But again, you're in a really confused state, so really not worth using. Did I have the steel helmet on him before? I think I did. And then finally the Champion's Belt, which is right here. Increase your charm by 50 and restore... when you're running around, you'll restore 3 HP and MP, which can be really good if you're in just a tight spot and need a quick MP heal. You just throw that on somebody there. Put my Dragster Heart back on. And with that, that is everything here in the battle arena for now. There will be more in the post-game. That's all we got right now. And so at this point, that is pretty much everything I can show off. That is every mini-medal up to this point, every tablet up to this point. Well, there might be one I'm missing, 1 or 2. Yeah, there's one in the past Coral Cave. You know what? We can show that off. We got enough time. Let's go ahead. And the problem is, to get to the past Coral Cave, we have to go through the Divine Shrine, right? This is the one up top, the light blue one. So let's go ahead and the turquoise one, rather. Head back through here. The thing is, I think I have to run through the entire dungeon, so I know where it is. Well, I'll meet you guys in the Coral Cave proper. So we're right outside the Coral Cave. I know who I need to talk to. I don't know where, though. So we'll go ahead and just start by running backwards. We'll run through the entire cave backwards. See if we run into the thing I need here. Actually, could I just... No, I can't. Okay. I believe this is actually the entrance, so it's not here, which means it's going to be in the northern half of Coral Cave. We actually had already talked to the person we needed to talk to our first time through here, but they didn't give us anything because I don't think we had triggered talking to King Scoober. I believe that is the requirement to talking to this person. But right here, you'll see. What happiness, what bliss. The Demon King is no more, and we owe it all to you. Now the prince and I will be able to sleep easy at last. Thank you. Please, you must accept this as a token of our gratitude. Made a hand's tails, an old piece of stone. And that is another gold fragment. Farewell, and thank you once again. But that is the final gold or silver fragment we can get at this point in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and head on back, and I'll meet you guys where we're going to place that gold fragment piece. So here we are down in the basement of the Shrine of Mysteries. Let's place our fragment down. We have 2 of them, and there they go. All of the other ones, from my understanding, are locked in the post-game, as well as the other silver fragment is also locked behind post-game. So that's it. That is quite literally everything you can do, unless you wanted to go do this item list. There is an achievement for getting all the items. I'm going to hold off till post-game, just because you might be able to get some of that stuff there. There's also some more important items you're missing, but yeah. Other than that, that is every vocation, every tablet, every side area, every location, every mini-medal, and every enemy you can fight. So, last thing we're going to do, something I've been holding off for a long time. Let's go to our items. We have a lot of things to use. Let's use our Seed of Lives, hitting Mervin, then Mervin again, then Mervin again, and then Mervin again. He's my tank, but he has such little life. I'm going to go ahead and try to balance these guys out. I'm going to get them all to 500 if I can, and then we'll go from there. And there we go. Our final stats are about 500 for both Tails and Sir Mervin, as well as 349 with Maribel, making her caught up to Aisha. Next, we have the Seed of Magic. Now, this increases your maximum MP. While it would be very nice to just give it all to Maribel, I think I'm going to have her hit 500, then go the rest into Tails. There we go. Our final sittings are 410 MP and exactly 500 MP for Maribel. Next, we have the Seed of Strength. Now, here's the thing. You could be very much inclined to go into both Ruff or Sir Mervin. Look, if whoever you're running as your highest damage dealer right now, give them the Seed of Strength. For me, it's Tails. If you have Sir Mervin or Ruff as your physical damage dealer, do that. I'm just going to dump them all into Tails. The amount of damage he's putting out with an Oompful combined with the Gringham Whip and the Swords Dance is just too good. That gets me all the way up to 277 strength. It's not really insane. It was only about, I think, 50-ish strength increases, but there we go. Next, you have Seed of Deftness. This increases, I believe, Deftness is your dodge chance. Because agility is agility, resilience is your... Maybe, yeah, because this is magical mending, which is healing. I'm not sure. I'm going to put it all into Tails regardless, because I do think it's block chance, but put it in whoever you want to. It's only 1 point per, so I'm genuinely not sure. Tails up to 319. I'm actually curious. Can I see what that does? There's got to be something in here that tells me what it is. Here it is. Deftness determines the likelihood of seizing the initiative in battle. Higher deftness also makes it easier to flee from battle. So honestly, really not worth putting into anybody versus the other. Next, we have Seed of Agilities. I highly recommend you either give this to Ruff, he's already insanely quick, or to your magical characters. You want them to be able to heal and buff quicker than anything else. So I'm probably going to try to get Mirabel to 200, get Tails up to 200, then probably put the rest into Aisha here. There we go. Got Tails and Maribel up to 200, and then Aisha up to 131. Again, if you want to put all those in Ruff, I do not blame you at all. I'm just not using him, so I don't see a use for it. Just want to get rid of that red marker there. Next, you have the Seed of Resilience. This is your defenses. It's really good to get everybody some high resilience. In fact, I'll probably get Mervin to just 150 here. Give Tails up to 100, and then probably go the rest. That was a lot. Then just go the rest into Maribel just to make sure she's survivable. All right. Got Tails up to 100, Mervin to 155, and then Mirabel to 91, and Aisha to 89. Seed of Sorcery. This is Magical Might. Whoever you have as your main damage dealer for magic, give it all to them. Just like for strength, you could give it to Aisha, you give it to Maribel. Honestly, if you're running Ruff as an agility, very fast mage, you could do that as well. I'm just going to give it all to Maribel here. There we go, 352 Magical Might for Maribel. Now, Seed of Therapeutics, this is Magical Mending. I'm going to tell you this right now, you might be inclined to do Maribel or Aisha. The problem is, Magical Mending increases how much you heal. Both of them have Omni Heal. Tails currently has very little healing. But Sir Mervyn is my paladin, so I'm actually going to give, I think, all of it to Sir Mervyn, just to make him a little bit more of a backup healer here. I might end up, if I get too high up, give a little bit more to Maribel and Aisha. Kind of want them to be about even in their healings. There we go. Was able to get Maribel and Aisha to 220, Sir Mervyn to 222. Then we have Pretty Betsy's. Give them all to Aisha. She has the highest charm. She's really the only one using charm. She gets the dancer stuff. Charm really only impacts how often you are to get the preemptive attack on enemies, which just means she has to be in your party. No reason to split that up really with anybody else, so just give it all to Aisha if you can. And there we go, 383 charm for Aisha. And finally, you have your seated proficiencies. Now, the problem is, unless you have a job you haven't maxed out yet, they have no purpose. I've maxed out all the jobs on my current characters. Probably max out all the jobs maybe between episodes or just before we hop into the post game. But yeah, no reason to use our seeded proficiencies, which means that is finally all of our seeds used. And with that, guys, there is nothing else for us to do in the world of Dragon Quest VII. So, in the next episode, we begin the final dungeon. I will see you guys then.